never done this before. I'm very scared, so I'm apologising for that.
It's easy, just imagine them all in the nude, that's what
I don't think that's helping. Alright, we'll start with the short one. So this is called Morning Lament. It's graceful, a moment in time, perfectly frozen just for me to watch. The sun streams through the window and the birds are singing, harmonies soaring, just like they do, high above everything, the world faded into inconsequence. And then it's over. Too soon, too fast, unstoppable, and the cry of anguish is more real than anything else as I watch in abject horror, helplessly grasping at air as it lands, as it always does, but upside down. Thanks. You laughed, which is great, yay. Okay, this one's called Sunlight and Oceans. Sunlight drips through the emerald green leaves like honey, golden and tangibly sticky. It clings to everything it touches, leaving behind a pleasant residue that brightens the world, as if the objects themselves were glowing now. Ladybirds with their shells of scarlet and black wander out tentatively into the saffron aura and bask in it. It is almost a reflection of your glorious smile and the way that I am imbued with your happiness, how your sunshine overwhelms my darkness, the way a dawn illuminates a seemingly endless night and eventually suffocates it into submission. My existence isn't yellow sunlight, it's blue water, bubbling over my head until it isn't blue anymore but black. And then come the other ingredients, stress to add flavour, anxiety to thicken, all shaken up with despair to bind it together, a recipe for disaster. And I try to breathe it in like you breathe air, but it drowns me. My eyes are fighting to stay open to see something until I give into it and they begin to slide shut. And then there is a flicker of something beautiful. And I know it to be called hope. Soon it is joined by a joyous, melodious sound that surrounds me and lifts my head above the water, so I breathe again, great, gasping lungfuls of your laughter. And my heart thumps against my chest, a pleasant pain that reminds me it's still working, that I have not stopped fighting just yet, because you are here. Title yet, so if anyone thinks of one, I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay. I tried to tell you once. I thought I should. Everybody told me that I should, and I thought you wanted me to tell you things. You said once that you liked that we talked about things, everything, you said. I could tell you anything, you said. You promised. But I tried to open up this subject, and your words are already cutting mine out of the air. As if you are a ninja. You hurl your thoughts across the room like throwing stars, sharp and angry, and my words fall to the ground, broken into tiny shards. Like that vase I dropped. Do you remember? That vase that was a present, and I was trying to put flowers in it, but it was too heavy and I dropped it. It shattered into 1,000 pieces and I cried. I cried like a rainstorm, waiting for the thunder to ring out. But you were sunshine, clearing away the clouds and wiping my tears. Why were you sunshine when it was only a vase? Why are you thunder when it's so important that you're sunshine? I looked into your eyes when I tried to tell you. I saw your blue harden into grey, determined and sure of your words. I looked into your eyes and you told me I didn't exist. I've heard of that, but I'd never encountered it personally before. I began to think it was a myth, but you corrected that. You proved that the Kraken was real. I wish you hadn't. You're a many-layered being, like a stained glass window or a hologram, maybe. At first glance, you know what the picture is, but then you change your angle and suddenly you recognise nothing. Maybe that's our problem. You and I are two sides of the same hologram, reflections in a pool of water, the same but different. And I threw a stone, and now the ripples are pulling everything out of shape, and neither of us can see anymore. I think you are afraid. I think you're scared of what I'll say, so you force me into silence, and instead we talk about nothing. Work, school, the cats, our friends, and we continue this strange dance, circling each other in the rainstorm, hoping for sunshine and dreading the thunder. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking at you through a block of ice, an intangible you, frozen in time. I see you, but you don't see me. I need you to see me. I'm going to tell you. I tell you everything. You promised I could tell you anything. But the thing is, Mum, I need you to promise to listen.